Hello, welcome to Upload to Download, the tech show that I've started out of nowhere, and I'm going to run through different downloads and stuff as time progresses. I've even got a cool intro, isn't that great? So this episode, or this today, we're going to be looking at Ubuntu 12.04 Beta 2 long-term support. So this is the login screen for 12.04. It's very elegant. I like the animations in this. It's quite clean and, I mean, compared to 10.10, yeah, it's very, very snazzy. I'm liking this new corporate Ubuntu-styled theme. Ever since they started it in 11.04, it's been really cool. The new, well, they started doing it in 10.04. Yeah, apologies for that. But yeah, so 10.04 is when they stopped doing the Ubuntu comical text stuff. Looked a bit childish, but now it's cool. It's nice and, I mean, you'd expect this on a professional corporate system. It's that cool. Anyway, we'll move into just looking at the Ubuntu wiki. So we've got Beta 2 here. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably wondering why I've decided to do a little look at Beta 2 when the full version actually comes out in about 14 days. The real reason is, one, I wanted to look at it, and I didn't, so I'm looking at it now. And two, there's not really going to be that much difference between the features in these two versions. It's going to be minor changes, probably, just tying up loose ends. In fact, we can actually look. If we look at the blueprints here, we can see that. So these features here are coming into 12.04. That's the full version, and there's other pages that show more. But yeah, so few extra features. So we've got community stuff, and so there's a lot going on. But you can always look there if you're that inclined. But if we look at the basic new features here for Ubuntu Desktop, we see that they've switched the default music player to Rhythmbox, and it includes the Ubuntu Music Store. I've never actually thought that was going too well, but fair enough. LibreOffice has been updated to 3.5.1, and, open source Office software is really good until you try and make it compatible with Microsoft Office, in which case you crash and burn. And system settings now allow you to edit some properties of Unity. Two bad things in this one line here. One is Unity, because Unity drives me nuts, and two is some properties. You can only configure like one property. They should have just said configure a property of Unity. And they've got some stuff there for the Unity launcher. You can now search your context menu using the HUD by pressing the Alt key. We'll be looking at that in a sec. ClickPad support, so in MacBooks, you've got the trackpads and the Apple Magic trackpads. You can now use them flawlessly with Ubuntu. 12.04, that is. Apple Magic trackpads, I never really saw the use of having one of them because the mouse is so much better. Whenever I had a laptop, I'd buy a mouse for it just to make it, to escape the horrible trackpad. But yet, people are actually buying the Apple Magic trackpad. I saw someone with it the other day, and they've got the Apple Magic trackpad and the mouse, and they use the trackpad to navigate through photos quicker, which is cool because I never really saw a use for it at all. Still don't. Anyway, let's move on. We've got Ubuntu One, which is Ubuntu's cloud service. All these companies are jumping into the cloud these days, so you get 5 gigabytes of free storage space on there, so that's nice. And you've got a few extra things. So the rest here will really only give geeks a kick. I mean, yeah, I'm not too interested in kernels and OpenMPI I am interested in Ubuntu Studio, though that's only hardware improvements. Oh, and a new desktop wallpaper image. Fantastic. Anyways. So, and the one other thing that I did notice before we jump into it is this. I think this is sweet. Ubuntu for Android. That is cool. I want it. So, you can have Ubuntu on your phone, and when you plug it into your computer monitor, it comes up as a proper computer. That's sick! I want one! I don't have any mobile phone at the moment. So, yes, looks like I know what phone I'm getting. The only issue is I've got apps I've purchased on iOS, so... And I don't mean like a few, I mean there's quite a few. Yeah. But I want it. Ubuntu. This would be brilliant if it wasn't Unity. So, let's go and look at Unity. So, I'll just log in. So, very sleek. I mean, until you log in, and then it all falls to pieces. So, here we go. This is Ubuntu 12.04 Beta 2. And for comparison, we'll load up 10.10. Oops. My fault for having a stupidly long password. Long song. Okay. So, one thing that I'm just going to open up and show you the difference is in the home folders. Now, the reason I've picked Ubuntu 12 and Ubuntu 10.10, I mean, it's a bit of a gap. I've just missed out 11.04 and 11.10. 11.04 is when they first started using Unity, and the reason I've shown Ubuntu 10.10 is because I actually like this interface better than this interface. And I'll show you why in a sec. But let's just look into this. So we've got the file manager here, and you can notice that there's no menu, and that's because it's hidden up here. They've kind of gotten it out of the way. They're like, you don't need the menu. So they've hidden it. So it's kind of like a style thing. But you can also access the menu by pressing the Alt key and typing File and then having this stuff there. I don't like that. I mean, I do, but I don't. If they're removing this altogether and just having that, like some websites have rumoured that Ubuntu will be cutting this out of it. They won't have the context menu here, and it will just be this HUD. Which, you know, I don't actually... By itself, no. If you have the option of both, I'm fine with it. Because, yeah, it's handy if you... New window. New window. There you go, new window. I mean, it's fast, I like it, but I don't want it in place of this, because I still think that for fast typers, it's a bonus, but for people that just want to go like that, you know, really the Alt command is for those that are fluently fast with a keyboard and can memorize their menus off by heart. So, yeah, this is pretty different. They've changed it a lot since here. So you don't have that menu, you don't have the back buttons. Wonder how navigating through a folder will be. Oh, you've got the back buttons there. My mistake. One thing I did think was interesting, though, is this search button here. It just opens up a little panel. When I first saw it, I figured it would be like... I don't know if you know of WordPress, but I thought it would be like WordPress, the 2011 theme, where you click on it and it kind of lets you type in the actual type on there. But no, it's nothing like that, unfortunately. So yeah, it's pretty slick, pretty interesting. That's the file manager. And if you make it full screen, of course, the unified menu strip up here takes control. So, sort of like Mac, in a sense that they've got the context menu up the top for all applications. It's in that same top bar. Different to Mac in the fact that they've added the close, minimize, and maximize buttons there as well. So, yes, slightly bizarre. And we'll close that. I'm going to 10.10 and we'll close that. So here's what I don't like about Unity. It's not very customizable. We'll go into the system settings like they said earlier. Appearance. So here's the so-called options. We click on behavior. There we go. We can customize the launcher in Unity to hide. Wow. That's great customization. What happened to the amazing customization that this GNOME interface provided? I mean, you can change the theme, then you can go in and change the controls that you've got so you can make it however you like. You know, make it clear looks. We can change the window border to something we like better, like Dusk Sand or New Wave. Change the icons to something we like. We can change it to GNOME. Change the pointer. You know, and then you can even go up to the panels and you can customize them and make them transparent. So you can make it how you want it. So I'm just going to change it to how I've had it in the past. See, you can majorly customize your desktop to exactly how you want it. So now you can't. You've got the option of a wallpaper, the option of the color of interface, but you can't actually customize anything else. You can't edit this bar. It's just all, you know, it's like what Mac's done. You get one interface and you can't change it. It's like what Windows has done. You get one interface and you can't change it. Although Windows at the moment is actually more that word. You can customize Windows more than this straight out of the box at the moment because you can actually move the taskbar on Windows. Whereas here you can't. You're stuck. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Let me know if I am, but that sucks. However, you can, of course, if you go into the dashboard and look up our programs, we'll go Terminal. You can, of course, go into Terminal and go sudo apt-get install GNOME. Enter your password. And then you can download the GNOME interface like in 10.10, and then you can choose it from the login screen. So, you know, I guess that's the good thing about Linux is that you can actually customize it more if you don't like it, which I don't. I don't like this Unity stuff, so I'll probably install Chrome. Actually, I would install Chrome in place of Mozilla Firefox. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, so I would install GNOME in place of Unity any day. That's the other thing. That's been introduced for a while, though. That's that little sidebar thing that you see here. So, you know, the good thing is it's Linux and you can customize it even if the options don't allow you to, because you can download patches and all that stuff for it. It's a very open system, but still the fact that out of the box, if you just installed this, you didn't have an internet connection, you're stuck with this locked off, childish sort of interface. This is cool how you can customize it. You've got all your stuff. It's all laid out. You can change instantly. And like, if I don't like this panel, I can remove it or I can get rid of it. I can hide both my panels. I can make them as large as I want. It's not going to show up for me now. I've just lost it, haven't I? Yeah, that's great. Just unhide that. But it's very, very customizable. So let's look at some of the other features in here. So we've got the Ubuntu Software Center. They've updated that. Hopefully my network's working. Otherwise, we won't get nothing. Okay, we good. We're all good. So we've got some cool little stuff in here. Restricted extras. Ooh. Da-na-na-na-na-na. XXX Ubuntu. Works as intended. So it adds MP3 support and etc. Okay. So it's set out a lot like Google Play or even the App Store on iOS in iTunes. So it's going in that direction, I suppose. So you've got their recommended software here. GIMP, Blender. Blender is a good one. GIMP is a good one as well. You can make some awesome stuff with these two programs here. Probably coolest programs. Oh. Audacity's logo's changed. Oh, it's version 2. That's why. Okay. As you can see what's installed on your computer. And, of course, remove them. Oh, Unity interface. Haha, don't want it. Goodbye. So, and the other thing I've noticed, except this has been around for a while, is there's actually apps that cost money. Interesting way for a Linux system to go. I mean, here we go. Here, there's a Transitions DJ. $10. Seems interesting for a Linux operating system to start having paid programs and stuff, but okay, fair enough. And of course, there's like a recommendations, which is essentially genius recommendations, I guess you could call it. But that's a bit, stereotypical. Many other companies have done recommendations. So we'll close that. Let's open up Rhythmbox. So let's see. Can I actually look through my applications? There we go. So this interface, I don't really like this much. Make it full screen. Oh, look at that. So, and especially one thing that I don't like is the fact that all these operating systems these days are now, they're making their operating system for use on a tablet device. Like, this kind of interface it's tablet. You can't tell me that this isn't a tablet kind of interface. They've got the big finger-sized buttons up the side. It's like a tablet, just like Windows 8 and, Mac Lion. It's driving me completely crazy because I'm sick of these, stays on a tablet. This isn't a tablet. I'm not accessing this on a tablet. This is a desktop. I don't want to access a tablet interface on a desktop. I want a desktop interface. So, bloody people. And even Fedora. Fedora's alright at the moment. I don't think they've screwed their system up too much. Let me see. Yeah, so much for just telling you about Ubuntu, folks. Oh, dear. Oh, they're doing the sidebar thing, too. Sidebar things, I'm not saying it's bad. On my Windows, I've got Rocket Dock, which allows me to, if I show you my desktop, I've got widgets and stuff, and I've got a Rocket Dock up the top. But, just having that in place of the built-in menus, yeah, don't like that. Don't like the massive stuff they're doing to it. Oh dear, where was I? Okay, so let's see. Ubuntu One Music Store. What have we got in here? I don't think they've got many. Last time I checked this, they didn't have much at all. Let me search. Michael Bublé. They do not have Michael Bublé. That's offensive. Michael Bubble. What's Michael Bubble? That's not Michael Bublé. Let's search someone else. Weird Al. I was going to spell Yankovic. I just gave up. No Weird Al. Ah, Weird Naked Indian. Fantastic. That's exactly what I was searching for. God. People will be going through my music searches and wondering why I was looking at Weird Naked Indian. And what a... Jason Walker, he won't be in here. Yeah, Jason Walker is in here, but there's another Jason Walker. Not that one, there's another one. And the other one's better. Not much at all. Jesus. Spring break. Alright. It's really a very confined collection. There's not much in here at all, is there? Golly. So, what else should we look at? Whoa. Don't do that. Jesus. Like, swings around. And it stops. Interesting. Browse network, so I can look on the network. File system, Dashboard, let's see. So, I mean, this is slightly different. Oh, Docky. I've used Docky before. Docky's cool. Filter results. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So I can rate them? Does that mean I can rate the program? Rate, not rape. Rate the programs that I've got here. I'm not really getting a very broad number of programs here. Why is it only showing Rhythm Box? That's a bit dodgy. So, according to this, I've got 3 applications. And according to this, I've got 1 installed application. Fantastic. Oh, glitchy. Yeah, so I'll log out of here. Sorry if I missed out something, folks. You know, there's obviously oh, nice. Jeez. No, that's cool. That is cool. So it turns out that the wallpaper you set in the front end of your desktop actually becomes the lock screen wallpaper. That is sweet. I don't mean by the fact that I actually like Ubuntu Unity, the Unity system, but having this here, just that looks aesthetically pleasing. There we go, I'm saying tongue tweezers. That looks slick as. Oh, and then the moment you go for the guest session, it changes. I like that. On Ubuntu, to change this background, you actually have to edit, open up the terminal and do some stuff, and then when you boot up your computer, you change the background, and then, yeah, was this. Wow, I like that. I like that photo, I like the way it's all... Maybe I'll actually maybe I'll install Ubuntu 12.04 on my computer. I'll get rid of Windows. Well, thank you for watching, folks. This has been Upload to Download. My name's Ben. I do apologise for the long length and boredom that is associated with this episode. You know, there's a lot that I missed out, like backups and stuff, and privacy stuff that they've added in, and management services, and, you know, I do miss out a lot in this, unfortunately. Brightness and lock screen, nice. But, yeah, you know, you get the gist of it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And, yes, comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you think of Ubuntu 12.04. And have you used Ubuntu before? Do you use Windows or Mac? Would you consider using Ubuntu after seeing this? Probably not. But then again, that login screen is brilliant. So, I mean, I like the login screen in Ubuntu and Windows 8, but, you know, the interface just doesn't do it for me. Their actual interface. So, thanks for watching. That was Ubuntu 12.04, long-term support. It's beta 2. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye.